So thank you for coming here today. So as a representative that represents the district where little AJ's body was found and where his family lives, obviously I have a lot of concerns in regards to what's going on. Yeah, obviously having 11 new directors in 8 years is not been the answer. And I know you want to, in your budget, want to add another 126 positions. So I guess one problem sometimes is we're reactive instead of proactive, and what we're doing a little bit of reaction to what's happened, and I think I'd rather be a little proactive. So I know I've heard DCFS say many times that it has to be careful when removing a child from a family, and because there could be grounds to be sued. And what I'd like to know is, what do you believe needs to be changed to ensure that something like this doesn't happen to a child in the future, as what happened to 5-year-old AJ, so that you don't have repercussions? And is hiring 126 new employees the answer, or is it policy? So, and I assume with 11 different directors that the policy changes time to time. So what do we need to do to stabilize the situation and protect the children in our communities?
It's my belief that this is going to take a broad response mechanism to make sure that we focus on the safety of our children and families. The 126 staff members will absolutely help. Decreasing the burden that's on our existing workforce, giving them the opportunity to be thorough and thoughtful in their work. But I also believe that there are many things that we need to do. I think that we need to start to think about our training mechanism, our ongoing training process for staff in the private and public sector. I think we need to engage more fully with the support of the governor's office, with our other state agencies, our other community providers, our local law enforcement. These children are the children of the state of Illinois, and we need to partner to do the best we can to protect these kids. My commitment and the commitment of my team is that we're going to try to make the best decisions that we can make to ensure that we make the strongest safety decisions that we can. Recognizing that there's ways that we can work with families that don't necessarily drive all the way to taking children out of their home, but supporting them in the structures that they live in. Engaging community partners to give them the support that they need. These families need help, and our role is to get in there and help these families. And so we're gonna work hard to make sure that we're using the structures in the communities as they exist to move forward.
I apologize if I didn't hear this, but is DCFS fully staffed right now?
We have approximately 34 positions to be filled.
Okay, and what do we need to get those filled?
We are currently hiring as we speak.
Is it a training issue? Is it just a process issue, or what is the issue?
It's my understanding that we're in process of hiring. So there isn't necessarily a delay based on our structure. We're interviewing people as we speak. People are applying for the jobs, and we're working to bring them in.
All right. Well, I would just ask that we look towards the future instead of the immediate knee-jerk reaction to make sure this doesn't happen to any other families across Illinois, and to do whatever we have to do to reach out to work with our local communities and try to prevent this. So thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. So I just want you to walk me through what happens when, so I'm looking at the 12/18/18, where it says that the doctor was concerned because Andrew stated that maybe someone hit me with a belt, maybe mommy didn't mean to hurt me. What is your proper response to that? And that sounds like a red flag to me.
And you are correct. That was not adequately addressed. the next step that should have been taken when we have a physical abuse case and we have a physician that examines a child, we should be, and they can't make a determination, we should be getting a second opinion from one of our child abuse experts. So that piece was missed. And we have that as a procedure that is in very specific language in our procedures, and that piece was missed.
All right, because it looks like there was a follow-up that just reported urine and missing tile the next day.
I'm sorry.
So how would you normally address that? Could you go into, but because I'm saying all I see is like the follow-up is that the house was home and was inspected the following day, and it had an odor of urine and dog feces and some missing tile or whatever. So how would you normally respond to a child saying, maybe mommy hit me and didn't mean to hurt me?
Right, and there should have been further interview of that child. I believe that was stated to the nurse at the hospital when she had an opportunity to be alone with him, and clearly was shared with the investigator because it's documented. And from the documentation that I read, the next step should have been to inquire further of that child. Our initial statement from the child was that the dog did it, and that was a missed opportunity.
All right, well, thank you very much for your answering that, and let's hope that we don't have any more children going through this.